Hello there, friends and family. This is David, and I am a retard squirrel. So tonight, let's spend some time together in Minecraft. I've been asked to show a bit of a tour of my Minecraft world, so that's what we're going to do. Let's see here. Here you can see our bit of a starter home with the cobblestone and the oak planks. Put a little bit of work into it, built it back into this hill back here you can see. Out in front we've got a little bit of farmland. There used to be a big hill right in the middle there, so we really didn't have much space, but we excavated that out and got a bit of farmland to work with. Got some bamboo from a jungle that's a ways away there. It's a good renewable fuel source. Over here we got sheep of almost every different color. I'm not sure. I think I killed a few because the cow pen was right next door and I was getting a little crazy with my sword there. But got the cows moved to a little bit different of ranching style there, so they're all down in a little hole. Get a little bit of wheat, and let's see, we're able to go down here, flick on a little button, and that turns on some water, so the cows bob up and down. Able to feed them here and breed them. Unfortunately, it looks like a couple sheep got stuck down in there, so you can see some of them are, as they grow up, they actually, because of entity cramming, you can only put so many of them into a certain spot. And down below here, they'll collect up some of their resources. So there is that. As we go along here, I'll try to keep my energy up. I listened to this before, and I was pretty happy with the audio quality. But just a little flat, as usual. Realizing that I wanted to show you this flower farm. I'm pretty proud of this. If I can remember how to work it. Oh my goodness. There we go. We got some action going on here. Oops. Something like that. Anyway. So we've got a little dispenser down underneath that dispenses bone meal, grows the flowers up on top, and then we got some pistons that push the ground and harvest a lot of the stuff. I've got if I can remember, I've got this cart down here, and flick this lever, and it should go. There we go. Give it a little push. So it goes and it picks up all the stuff up on top there. There's a little bit of a dead spot in the middle, right where the dispenser is, but gets most of it. So we turn that off. Minecart comes back. There it is, and you can see it empties out the flowers into there, and picks up some wheat seeds, which we can then compost and turn right back into bone meal. That's a manual process. I haven't gotten that bone meal feeding back in automatically there. Also got some bees with the beehives and the bees' nests there going. Got a little bit of honey block action going on there. Pick that up there. Yeah. And I really don't need that many wheat seeds. Okay, here we go. So I've got a couple main areas. This starter home is one main area here, but then I've also taken over a village a ways out that way. But let's show you a little more of the starter house here. Got the main hall. Got our map wall here. It's matched up pretty well. I think there are a few seams that you can see don't quite match up. I don't know. Isaac tried to get whatever the achievement is for having a map wall, and I think it failed, and I think it's because it doesn't quite match up there. So probably need to not zoom out the maps and cover quite so much space. But we've got some towns marked out, and I think that's the spawn point. I don't know. I haven't really nailed down the spawn point. We marked out a couple different spots. It's not 0, 0, and it's, I don't know. Anyway. But there's the white banner where we are at home. It's this banner over here that's called home, I think. It's not, name's not showing up there, but here's my room. Got a couple different beds for a guest. I'm not sure, just some random stuff in there. Got my reading materials there. Let's see, here's my mom's room over in this corner. Made a nice little tapestry for her and some little sitting area and bed there. Diamond shovel if she ever needs one. And she has an actual outside door here with a little tiny balcony. But then she also has access to my brother's room over here on that side. Let's see. And they got a shared bookshelf through the wall there. Pass messages through the stuff. My brother made this really cool piston door that you can hurt yourself in if you're not careful. Map chest there. It's a little damp in here. I'm not sure why that's all going on there. But let's see. Yeah, he's got his stuff. Oh, he's put a lot of work into maps. Some shulker boxes from our journey to the end there. Let's see. Oh, I can show you what's in my ender chest, I guess. He's got an ender chest in his room. That's fancy. Isaac went exploring here recently, and he found a couple of hearts of the sea. Here's the conduit from my exploring way back when, and I've got enough nautilus shells to make a conduit. So hopefully we can find a nice spot to make a little base underground, or underwater, I guess. If we can get some more nautilus shells, we can, and maybe another heart of the sea, we can get a nice big area where you can not worry about drowning. That's it. I've got one shulker box with some ender pearls and cobblestones for in-busting, you know. Extra ender chest. Okay. Here's our crafting / storage room here. It's got boxes full of pretty much everything. Bunch of empty-ish boxes. I think that those might be mine. That's probably mine. But I'll worry about that later. Bunch of empty boxes over there. Got a automatic smelter. You put your input in over there. Your fuel. There's all that bamboo that I've been collecting. And there's your output. Pretty fancy. There's some brewing materials, enchanting area. Back tucked in the corner here, I tried to do a kelp farm, but I just haven't spent enough time on this. It's just not big enough to really make it worth it, really. But got a little AFK spot over here to kind of hide away in. Let's see. Let's go downstairs. I'll show you the bottom part of that kelp spot. Well, here in the middle, we've got this kind of a basement area. If you go out here at the front, looks like some Endermans have been moving some dirt around. But if you go out here, you can see that's our little farm there. That's the underside of my room. I really need to clean that up. Bottom of our crafting area. The kelp farm goes through this column here, I believe. Let's go down another layer, another level here. This is where our nether portal is. I wanted it far enough away that I wouldn't hear it while I'm sleeping, because it makes a weird noise. And some snowmen to help defend our entranceway, since zombified pigmen sometimes walk through there. Here's the bottom of that kelp farm. But again, it's not very big, and we don't AFK here very often. Down here, I had some of the snowmen got loose, and they kind of made their way over here. but I think they mostly ended up in some weird corners. I don't know. There were a lot more of them. I'm not sure where they've all gone. But if I go looking for them, then I'll get lost, and that'll just not be good content. So let's get on. There's a couple more spots, oh, hey, let's go down all the way down to the diamond level here. Way down here, whoops, let's see, we've taken the time to make it too wide and put stairs in there so it's easy to go up and down. Down here's our big strip mining area. Those doors sometimes light on fire because of all the lava right next to it. Our mom was doing some strip mining over here. But if we keep going, we did find way in the back here an abandoned mine shaft. There's way more strip mining down that way. Abandoned mine shaft. My brother didn't like getting lost in it, so we dug it all out. I think my brother did a lot of that, just trying to get it all to be kind of organized so that we know we got it 100%. All the goodies out of it. We got all the wood and all the rails and all the chests out of there. Let me go ahead and eat something. But, you know, we did find 2 spider spawners. One's over here. And this is where Isaac usually does his, where he usually repairs up all of his stuff. We have some villagers that we can get mending from, so we've got most of our stuff enchanted with that, and then when you gain experience, then it repairs up your stuff. So you can just wait here for a while and some spiders come. They usually come like 4 at a time, and then you can kill them. You can get right up here to the edge here and slash away. Most of the stuff will get gathered up into the bottom there, except for a few little stragglers. You can either jump up on top to get your experience or come down below here, and it all comes down to you. We've got 2 of them, so there's the one. And if we look over this way, we see a second one. This one's, and they're just far enough away from each other you can't use both of them at the same time. Kind of a bummer. But got plenty of string, plenty of spider eyes. Let's see. But let's go back upstairs here. It might be a bit of a trip. Oh, now I've got those spider eyes in my inventory. Okay. Going back upstairs, I might want to cut this stuff out. So I did record this before. Things have changed a little bit since then. Last time I recorded it right before I spent some time with my mom and brother on here, and I have achieved the advancement adventuring time, and that's for going to every biome in the whole world. Well, not every biome. It's like 42 different biomes, something like that. So up when we get up into the nether roof, then you'll see there's paths going everywhere, and there's nether portals just scattered everywhere there. But up here on top, so our house is down here. Our house and farming areas down there. Up on top here, I've got this big diorite tower. I like the way, I don't know, some YouTubers don't like diorite, but I like how bright and luminescent it is. It's just something that sticks up that you can see from a long ways off. If you get your server to a point where you can get your render distance up, you can see it and find your house when you've gone off adventuring. But over here in the distance, I started a giant mushroom. I sort of like the texture of the stem, but I realize it's super straight and pretty unnatural, and I just haven't gotten the top of it finished there. I'd love to get like a brown mushroom going up over here and get like 2 or 3 or 4 big giant mushrooms in a big cluster there. I don't know, it looks pretty epic with the river of lava flowing down there, and just the big dark oak forest and the mountaintop. But it needs some work. It needs some work there. But let's go to the nether roof. So we've got those two nether portals. One goes down into the normal nether where you can fight things and go to... We've got a nether fortress nearby where you can get the blazes and the wither skeletons. I haven't actually fought any wither skeletons yet. But we've been mostly going after ghast, trying to get the return to cinder advancement. Out this way we can get to there's a mushroom island out there. Over this way is our portal to the end. And this way, the brick takes us to our village where I've got a lot of masons. I bought a lot of brick off of them. A lot of the masons have actually died. It's very sad. So their enclosure wasn't tall enough, so they got struck by lightning, and a lot of them changed into witches, and the witches killed the other villagers when I was in there. They were just throwing poison potions indiscriminately. So I think a lot of the masons who weren't originally witches died anyway. So out that way is a portal to some badlands. So we get those biomes out that way. This is the portal to the village. This is my main second area over here. I've got two portals stacked right on top of each other. You can see there's... Well, I'll show you the other one. But you can see the village way down there. Some of my crazy structures. I'm not much of a designer, so I'm kind of go with some bold colors because I can, you know. Anyway, let's go down the tube, down the chute. Little pool of water at the bottom. I've got a bubble elevator take you back up to the top. A lot of glass I bought off of the librarians. Very helpful. I'm not sure why librarians sell glass, but it's a really awesome trade. So we've got one portal that takes you up to the nether roof, and one portal that takes you down to the normal nether where mobs are. If you're feeling adventurous, get your sword out and go fight some hoglins. There's usually hoglins right at the bottom of these stairs. It's kind of scary. Out in this, we ended up out in this red crimson forest here. So there's there's a hoglin right there. He's going to start attacking some guys. Anyway, well, he looks pretty calm right now. But, oh, there's a couple over there. Super scary, super scary. Okay, we'll go back. Let's see. I really shouldn't walk this far and make you guys have to sit through all this. But, let's see. Back of the village, I did build a taller roof over some of the villagers to protect them a bit better. Although, again, my design is not all that fantastic, all that inspired. You can see that I've got this, I'm calling this the guild hall. It's a brick hall, and this is the secondary roof floating over the top of it. There was a zombie in here somehow. I don't know how that happened. But here's the librarians, they're all safe. Here's a couple of masons there that survived, but all these guys died. It's very, very, very sad. Over here I've got a new area where I've corralled all the farmers. Here's a zombie guy that I rescued, so he's got some really, really good trades for me. I don't know, I found him outside the village. I'm not sure if he just spawned that way, if zombie villagers just happened to spawn out there, or if a villager wandered off a long time ago and never despawned. I don't know. I do not know. But, I found out that villagers don't always turn into zombies unless you're on extra hard or whatever the hardest difficulty is. in easy difficulty like we are, we can get mobs like zombies and skeletons to show up, but you don't get 100% transformation from a villager into a zombie villager when they're attacked by a zombie. So I need to work on that. When I've got a zombie next over there, I'll get that difficulty changed so we can get better, so we don't kill our villagers when we're trying to get better traits from them. So here's my house, my super fantastic house. I love the combination of the acacia roof there with the bright green and the pumpkins. I don't know. I love it. It's expensive. It's hard to build. Shows you've got some economy going with your villagers. And it also shows you have no design sense whatever. But here's some of my different forests, my jungle trees that I use for just when I need lots and lots of wood. Acacia trees, because I love that. I love the desert feel. I would love to tell you about this wall. When I was first building out this farm here and everything, the villagers would come and tromp on my stuff and harvest my crops, and then the iron golems were all up in here too, and I just was not happy with that. So came up with this idea. Got this normal block here that they can just jump up on top of, and then they come over the top, and then you got the wall on this side so they can't go back over. So it's sort of a valve kind of a thing. Valve? I don't think that's the right word, but I'll come up with it later. So they just randomly wander over the top over to the village side, and then they can't get back over unless they do some crazy jumping, which villagers don't usually do. So up here, this crazy structure is my iron farm. Right now it's sort of designed just to be, I've got it set up so that the iron golems fall down here and they're kind of pushed out. So I'm trying to repopulate my village with iron golems because a lot of them died, and I'm not sure why, but that's a question for a different time. Let's keep going here. And then with the different woods that I have, I've got the oak, and then I've got the red and the blue nether trees. I'm sure they've got a better name. Over here is the farm. Trying to get my mom comfortable with this, so she comes over here and harvests the different crops for me. At this point, I really don't need most of these. But over here, because over here is my automatic melon and pumpkin farm. This is fantastic. It's 2 layers tall right now. I'd love to expand it up to a 3rd layer, so it doesn't quite have a roof on it at the moment. I've got a couple windows so you can sort of see the fantasticness over. So there are hoppers underneath this layer of dirt that collect up all the stuff, except the stuff that's sitting on the grass. The grass, as you can see, is just a little bit too tall, and items just don't go down through it. But they do go down through the farmland to the hoppers. So the hoppers up on this level take everything over this way, over to this side, and then they come down, and then, oops, there's one kind of glitching out, and then they all kind of go over this way. And I don't love that this is open, but there's no mobs over there anyway because it's all lit up. So all the things come over this way, and then they get funneled down. The overflow I have going into these composters over here, not everything, not all these layers go in. So some of them are backed up, but most of it gets in. So the excess goes down to these composters, comes down in these boxes, and down here, let's see, I've got bunches of bone meal in there, and I craft that up into bone blocks. So I've got 2 full boxes of bone blocks right there. Over here is where all the watermelon and the pumpkins come in, and got some crafting tables there for convenience. Got pumpkins on pumpkins on pumpkins on pumpkins. So many pumpkins. And then we've got some watermelons too, but don't have near as many of those for sure. Over here we got a piglin cradle amusement ride going on. They were just sitting there. I had them kind of stored up and they just look sad, so I thought they needed a bit of a ride. And then I had a empty minecart here for players to jump into, but it looks like this Enderman has just taken up that seat, which I think is funny. So, you know. Over here is where the iron golem loot comes into. Got the iron ingots there, and then lots and lots of poppies. Every once in a while I'll empty out the poppies out of this hopper and out of this chest, and I'll take them up and compost them. But let's see. Oh, over here I was trying to see if pods will spread onto other dirt nearby, and it doesn't look like it does, so that's a bummer. But let's see. I've got this area, these two layers down here, kind of designed nicely. We've got some quartz floor on the bottom and diorite floor on the top, all nicely lit up. On the side we've got some, I think it's tan, maybe it's white terracotta, and then cyan terracotta up on there, just a nice little half strip underneath these slabs, underneath the slabs. And we've got some orange terracotta up there on top. Give it a nice strip. Right here is the bottom of the iron golem killing chamber, so you can kind of see that all happen. Some hoppers to pick up their drops. Let's see. Oh, that's empty. Let's see. I think that's it. Let me come back up to the surface here, see if there's anything else. Oh, yeah! My slime farm. Here's my slime farm. I've got 2 chunks all mined out here. They're kind of diagonal across from each other. Got an iron golem there to try to attract the slimes into the middle. I'm going to sneak up to the edge so I don't fall over. Slimes will come in and fall down to the bottom. I think I need to mine. I need to smooth some of this out because the slimes will actually get like stuck. They'll kind of look at the iron golem and kind of get stuck right here on this edge. So I think I need to carve some of that out more, kind of like you can see on that layer down there. But let me show you the mechanism here for collecting this all up. Let's see, maybe I'll come kill a slime too. I hear one. Oh, there he was. Okay, here he comes. He falls. He's going to come towards me. Oh, there. Let's see. Okay, one of those guys fell down. And let's see. Well, he's already gone. But I can throw the stuff down there, and it all just gets collected up there in the magma blocks. But let's go down and see. Here's my AFK over here. I think that this is about in the middle and about the right number of blocks away, so that we can get some maximum spawning going on here. I still need to go. There's a mine shaft around here, and I still need to explore all that. There's a mine shaft and a big ravine. I still need to explore all that, light that all up so I can get some better. Oh, nice. Here we can see this guy jump around. He'll get injured. Oops. He found me. I'll just kind of bounce up and down here. Oh, there's a bunch of them falling down into there. Okay. So yeah, you saw them. They died, and their stuff got picked up. So these hopper mine carts down here collect up all the stuff, and then they deposit it down into these hoppers down that they're riding on top of. Sometimes the stuff goes in this top chest. They should all be going down in this bottom one down here. But so we got quite a harvest going on down there. Pretty awesome. I think that's it. Let's see. I think that's it. Let me just come out here and say goodbye to y'all. Thanks for joining me here in Minecraft, and have a good evening. Bye.